The aerospace industry is facing probably its toughest time since the Great Depression. But the battle against COVID-19 is being taken up by the supply chain by doing what it does best, producing the equipment to do the job. We're talking to the CEO of BWT, part of the Senior Aerospace Group, about what it's doing in order to fight that battle. Darren Butterworth, Chief Executive of Senior Aerospace BWT. Firstly, tell us what your company does.
For the past 30, 40 years, we've focused mainly on designing and manufacturing ultra lightweight, low pressure ducting. So that's what we do. In terms of our customers are global, majority are regional business aircraft with some rotorcraft and some military. So our customers range from Russia to Japan to Brazil, Canada, US.
They're direct to the manufacturers.
Yes, yeah, we sell directly to OEMs.
Okay, so if we go back to December and end of 2019, how's the business doing? How many employees did you have banging away there in Cheshire, making the ducts?
So we employ around 500, and we have been on a growth pattern over the past 2 or 3 years on the back of aviation, and we've been very successful on a lot of the new aircraft programs that are coming out over the past few years.
So with the crisis, you changed your model to medical rather than aerospace.
The first contribution that we made to the sort of medical response was we do sell a very small amount of lightweight flexible ducting into the medical industry, and we had some orders that were urgently required for ventilators, so we managed to expedite those in 72 hours, and then we looked at what else was required. Fortunately, in the past 2 years we had invested in some new technology and the additive manufacturing machines. We invested in a couple of Stratasys FDM machines, and the additive manufacturing community globally was looking at what they could do, and my team came across a couple of designs that had become available on open source, and they originated from Sweden. A company, an individual in Sweden who designed a very simple headset and visor. So my team started trialing those, started printing them, and today we've distributed about 2,000 units, and they're just completely free of charge to hospitals, GP surgeries, NHS care homes, those sort of establishments. But now what we've realized is that the demand far outweighs the supply, and that additive manufacturing is a great technology for prototyping, but it's never going to meet the volumes required. So we worked with the supply chain, who'd been involved in the design element with Birmingham University and a few other companies who'd come into that, and we purchased an injection molding tool, and we will have volumes of 50,000 a week. We're also cutting our own visors, so we're utilising the tools that we have on site, traditionally Zun table cutting machines, and we can cut 50,000 visors a week there quite easily. And our supply chain have also offered to help. Traditionally, we figured that 3D manufacturing was going to take over from that for aerospace volumes, and I think it will. But visors need hundreds of thousands, millions of these, and 3D printing is not the technology yet for that.
Darren, we've talked a lot about 3D printing, but aerospace doesn't seem to be as far ahead of the digitalization process as we thought.
Additive manufacturing is still at the start of its journey in aerospace. There's a lot of approvals and a lot of controls that are needed around the process. We have a project this year that is going to get several hundred parts on an aircraft, and that's really our launch platform this year. So I think we're at the start. I'm not sure this crisis is going to change the speed or the end journey for additive manufacturing in aerospace. I think that's going to happen naturally. It's going to find its own journey.
And finally, what's the feeling from your employees? They're now doing something completely different from what they used to be doing.
The employees, I think, first and foremost, are extremely proud that the company is adding value and helping this effort against the COVID-19 virus. A lot of the contacts that we've had and a lot of the units that we've given free of charge to local GP surgeries have come because employees' relatives work there. So we've got a number today where employees are taking 100 visors to local ambulance services where their niece, their nephew, their daughter works there. And the feedback and the thanks that you get is sort of off the scale. They feel that they're really contributing. So it's great to be part of that.